All right. Hello from Kotzebue, Alaska again. Looks like everything's working good. Don't always know how the internet works out here, but it's been good so far. Let me turn this light off. Yeah, that's better. Um, so, yeah, tonight's the night, first night of the meetings. We've had a great week this week. Just the people here are amazing. The Alaskan people, the Inupiat natives, are just wonderful. Everyone that we've met has been a real pleasure to talk with and tell them about the meeting. They've been warm, receptive. And yesterday, I think my wife edited a video for today, but that I shot at the Bering Sea. But yeah, we went door to door last night, and it was so much fun. We went into one house. Well, we went to one house and had to really hit the door to get them to come to it. I think it was just loud in the house, so they came open the door. A real sweet family. They stopped what they were doing for dinner, and we told them, hey, we're having a meeting. Is there anybody here we can pray for? And she's like, oh yeah, come on in, Jesus. And so we went inside, and real sweet family. And she had a problem with her hand; she couldn't squeeze. And she says, I go to work and I can't squeeze the binder to put on the papers, the little clip that goes on. She just didn't have the strength to do that. And then, Pastor Neil was with us, and he was about to pray for her. He said, let's pray for you right now. And she just got emotional. She said, it's just been so long since anyone's ever prayed for me, she said. And it was really sweet to be able to go into someone's home and pray for them. And man, he commanded her hand to be healed, and it meant she shook my hand. We were testing it, and she squeezed really hard. So we were happy to see that. Also, Pastor Scott, who I think is downstairs, he got to pray. He was highlighted a woman, I think it was her daughter, Kimberly, and she was highlighted her and just went up to her and said, listen, is there something wrong with you? She had hearing problems. Some sad things happened. Anyway, she couldn't hear out of one of her ears, and he put his hand on the ear, and he could feel the bones starting to move, things shifting around, and just spoke life into her and commanded healing, and she could hear better. So we're like, you need to come to the meeting and you're going to get all of it. So anyway, it was a great night last night. Even today, just handing out flyers, talking with people, and yeah, it's been really fun. The town is cool. There's not a whole lot of things like to do here. I guess there's 2,800 people in this town. They have a big hospital, some couple of restaurants. They don't look like restaurants what you're used to. They're just they look like another house, but they're it's a restaurant inside, and nice big hotel though. Actually, and while I'm talking about the restaurant, food is actually really good. I just finished some of my leftovers from lunch, and I mean the Asian food here is really good at both of the restaurants we've been to so far. I had like a bento box, and I mean it was as good as a nice Japanese place in this lower 48. So we're all like super surprised at how good the food is. And really, groceries are quite high. Some things not quite as high, but a case of water like that would be $4 in the lower 48. Here, $36. So yeah, a little different. And so we didn't buy any water. We're actually boiling water. We have a water filter here at our Airbnb, and then we filter it, and then we pour it in the pot and boil it and drink it from there. We could buy a case, but it's hard. It's hard for you to get past spending that much money on some bottles of water. But it's really special. I don't know how else to convey that. I'm going to talk about it tonight. I'll go live again from the meeting. It looks like we have internet there, so I'm going to use the same camera. We'll zoom in try and go live. Should AI follow me around and whoever else is preaching? So I'll make sure that works good. It might be a little choppy here and there, but hopefully we're hoping for the best. But I really want to share, how we got out here. It was 20 years ago this fall. I was in a class at Charis Bible College. It was one of the very, very first classes there. It was an early bird class down at Elkton there in Colorado Springs. And it was about hearing God. And we had to do a little practice thing. We had to just pray in the Spirit, pray in tongues for I think just 5 minutes, and then stop and listen and write down. We had a piece of paper, write down whatever the Lord spoke to us. And in that moment, the Lord showed me, he showed me flying across Canada into Alaska, and it was, and then he showed just the native, like an image of the native people, and to be here 20 years later, I know I probably could have just tried to do it right away then, but I don't think it was the time. The time is now, and the Lord really impressed it on my heart this spring at a meeting in West Virginia. Somebody was talking, a pastor was talking about missions, and it was so powerful to hear him speak about it. And then the Lord was really reviving that inside of me, and he said, just go, and the doors will open. The Lord will open the doors as you go, and that's really what's happened here. Not only here in Alaska, but even beforehand. Getting the venue, really, you'll see it tonight. Real pretty spot. It's called the Boys and Girls Club. A nice big hall there, and they'll have chairs set up, and they have speakers and a microphone and everything. So, and then from finding a friend from church, that's actually my neighbor, came out with me, Scott Covington, and then a guy, Pastor Neil, who is from Fairbanks, Alaska. We met him through Andrew Womack's Army Association, his ministerial association, and it all just came together, and we're all here right now in Kotzebue, Alaska, a place I just found on the map. It looked like a great place to start. And we're here, and it's amazing. I mean, God's doing things in these people's lives that desperately need a touch from him. There's a lot of, Scott asked somebody yesterday, what are some of the things you struggle with here? And not everybody works here. There's not jobs for everybody. And, it leads to alcoholism, drugs, and domestic violence. And unfortunately, it's very prevalent here. And to be able to come and share the good news. We've met some people. Gosh, yesterday we met this kid, Derek. He was so awesome. I mean, the love of God was pouring out of this young man. I think he's 22 years old. Anyway, I love this guy. I think we'll see him tonight. Super cool kid. And he's already told people. We walked up last night to a bingo hall, and we're walking past. We weren't going to go play bingo. Although I probably would have done pretty well. We were walking by this bingo club, and this lady's heading in. We give her a flyer. Hey, you got to come to the meeting tonight. And she's like, oh, yeah, no, Derek already told me about that. So this guy is already spreading the news, and we're so thankful for him and to have met him. Well, I'll hopefully see him tonight. Let's see, what else did I want to share with you today? Yeah, and then so most people, a lot of these people recognize us from the ads. So they'll, like Derek, we were walking down the street, with flyers and stuff, and he hollered from down. He's like, "Hey, I know you guys." So we did just a small budget on Facebook and Instagram, and it's really reached a lot of people here. It doesn't take much to reach a small town. You just put the geo tag, and it worked really well to spread the news about the meeting, and people here really they need the good news, and a lot of them just need healing in their bodies, And that's what we want to see tonight. And I know we will, actually. Pastor Neil this morning was writing, he got words of knowledge this morning already about for tonight. And so I'm excited to see those come to pass. Yeah, again, it's a little surreal again to be here and just before we have a guy coming to pick us up to take us to the hall in another hour and 15 minutes. And yeah, it's amazing. I don't know what to say. Yeah, it's going to be a great night. And thank you again, everybody. That's man. There's not only the gifts, the support, that helps to get us out here, but just the prayer. I know there's groups in North Dakota, friends there, dear friends that are praying for us, and family and other friends of friends and Scott's. We're so blessed with amazing people, support, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. And yeah, look forward to tonight. I know it's going to be great. You could tune in live, or maybe you'll see this after this video. So appreciate you a lot. We'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.